Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 4812, where we do the Young and the Restless soap opera reviews. We're going to go over the one that aired on Wednesday, February the 8th, 2017. Go right on into it. We have Jack finds Gloria at his desk, and she greets him so lovingly as his new secretary slash receptionist. Then we have Lauren and Ashley are at Crimson's Lights, getting ready for their press conference, or I should say, Phyllis is getting Lauren ready for her press conference with Jabot and Jack over at GC Buzz. Okay, then we have Billy and Kane are talking about their new company, but Victoria walks in and throws salt on all that energy and tells the fellas she wants to buy Brash and Sassy outright outward. She wants it back in her own corporation, her own life, without them being owners, of course. But she can still have them work there. Both men are looking at Victoria like she's crazy. Hilary is offered $250 million from Devon, okay, to get rid of her, to get her out of his life. But she doesn't fall for it. She tears up the check. And Lily and Devon are talking about that issue. Um, We go to Hillary. Hillary is hard at work at GC Buzz when Michael comes around and tries to talk her to signing the divorce decree or contractual agreement that she will not seek any monies other than the ones they were discussed on giving her, which was the $250 million. Or she can just sign all of that away and never coming back to even look for to Devon to pay her one dime, 1 cent after, time has passed on. And of course, she looks at Michael like he's crazy, and she won't sign those papers. But she's telling us or wanting us to believe that she don't want Devon's money. Well, then why not sign the papers that Michael is trying to give her and be done with it? At least that would show something of her character and her truthfulness about this whole situation. But again, like I said, she tells Michael she doesn't want anything from Devon, period, but she won't sign those papers. Okay? So that's a telltale sign that she's up to wanting something. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Gloria is trying to play her secretarial role, her duties out when Jack sends her away to her desk on the outside of his office. Then we have Gloria goes back to her desk when Robbie comes to see Jack, and Gloria stops him and has him to have a seat, saying he can't just rush on in. He has to have an appointment, but she'll see whether he can be seen by Jack. Then Ashley, Gloria goes to get him some tea or something to drink while she's away. Ashley walks by to see why is Robbie sitting outside of Jack's office. Ashley said, "We're not that formal. Let me go see what he's doing." So as she's on her way to go towards the door to see what her brother Jack is doing in his office, she noticed Gloria comes up posing as a secretary or receptionist, and she's floored. Okay, then we have small talk going on with Lauren and Phyllis at Crimson Light, still trying to get her straight for her interview with GC Buzz and Jack being a part of that platform. Then, she's basically, me and Phyllis is trying to tell Lauren some of Jack's telltale signs when he's getting nervous, he's upset, or this, that, and third. So she kind of look out for it when he tries to dominate the conversation in the interview. So she's giving Lauren some contact clues of how Jack's behavior and his demeanor changes when he's entering in a certain type of situation. Then we have Lily is still talking to Devon about Hillary's motives. Lily is really thinking that Devon doesn't want to leave Hillary alone, at least not now. That's just how it's panning out. Then we go to Michael. Michael's trying to make sure Hillary understands the rules of Devon's settlement. She does. She says she don't want anything. But again, she's still being evasive. She doesn't want to sign those papers. That Michael is definitely trying to get her to put her signature to. Not coercion. He's not coercing her to do anything. He's just letting her know. Once this is off the table, that $250 million, nothing is going to come over that again. Okay, we leave that situation. We go to Kane. Kane is not going for Victoria's act on wanting to buy the company up under both him and Billy. But me and Billy has a change of heart. He don't care. But Kane says Yeah, I know you don't care because you want to get back in her bed. And everyone is shocked between him, Billy, and Victoria about what Kane just had come out of his mouth. Okay? Victoria's looking so embarrassed, and Billy looks somewhat upset but yet intrigued to see how Victoria really feels about that statement. Okay, then we go to commercial, we come back. Billy says taking Victoria is not what he's doing, meaning he's not taking Victoria's side. He's just looking at it from a realistic point of view. Now, of course, that point of view leaves Kane out in the dark. Then we have Kane tells both Victoria and Billy off while Lily looks on from behind. He didn't even notice that his wife walked in while he's going off on everybody all willy nilly. Then Devon is thinking about what Hilary was ready to give up on everything to let Devon be happy or let him be happy. Old memory starts to creep up in his memory banks, and he's thinking about that while he's at the club calling himself, getting a little water or iced tea. I don't know what was in his drink. Then we have Michael still trying to get Hillary to sign a contract saying she will not in the future come after Devon for money. That's only really what that contract is about. She don't want the money now, don't want it later on down the road. Okay, when times get a little bit too hard. Then Ashley's trying to figure out why is Jack having Gloria as his receptionist. Jack tells her he's not firing Gloria. Ashley walks out of his office and tells Robbie to follow her. Then Gloria sort of smiles, chuckles, laughs at how Ashley is leaving that side of the building. We go to commercial, we come back. Ashley takes Robbie back to Robbie's old cramped office, and she is unleashing her entire history of how Gloria infiltrated their family and was horrible to them all, and the horrible and despicable things she did while being in their presence, and her being married to their deceased father. Okay, then Gloria tries to stop Lauren and Phyllis from going into seeing Jack, but they go on in anyway and chuckle as they go past her. Okay, then we have Hillary starts tearing into Devon about having to have to sign a settlement contractual agreement. Hillary don't want to sign. She still ain't signed them contracts, y'all. She still ain't signed them papers. Then we have small talk still fussing about buying brash and sassy between Kane, Billy, and Victoria. Kane gets so upset he walks out on both of them. Victoria tells Lily, let's cancel our meeting that we were supposed to have due to the unforeseen circumstances that you saw just transpiring between all of us. And she tells Lily to go talk to her husband, Kane, to accept the situation that she is going to buy Brash and Sassy from up under them, and he might well get used to it. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Kane and Lily are at Crimson Lights talking about his position at Brash and Sassy and how Victoria's just being so selfish. Then when Victoria is talking to Billy about her dad's being behind her wanting to buy Brash and Sassy, Billy already knew. I'm like, Victoria, you don't had it one time, you lost it, you don't had it back, you don't lost it, and it's just going back and forth. I'm like, girl, just think of you another entity for yourself. And let it go. I'm so tired of Brash and Sassy and Victor always being the domino effect that makes you do or say anything when it comes to your life, even when it comes to Billy and you all getting back together. You look for your father's approval. I'm like, I'm so sick of you. Then Victoria comes out to ask Billy, do you really want to be back in my bed? As Kane so sadly stated when he was angry. And then Billy said, what if he did? What if he did feel like he wanted to be back in her bed? Would it be a problem? Left Victoria speechless. Okay. Then Jack and Lauren are going to GC Buzz to conduct their interview with Hillary. And of course, Gloria can't stand to let Lauren leave without giving her a little closure negatively, saying, Lauren, I know you're not going to go in that dress. It looks awful on you. Choose another dress. But Lauren ain't listening to that helper. Then we move on. Phyllis is having small talk with Ashley about not being such a bitch. Ashley decides she wants to stay being a bitch when it comes to dealing with her and her family issues. Go to commercial, we come back. Phyllis is telling Ashley her attitude really sucks, and she's tired of Lauren. No, I'm sorry, she's tired of uh, what do you call it? Ashley bringing up everything that she's tried to destroy Jack and her family. She's just really tired of it. She walks out on her behind, too. Then we have Robbie tries to avoid Gloria while he's trying to do something. I don't know, because Jack had left the office to go have an interview at GC Buzz, so he could have been going to see Jack. But anyway, he runs into Gloria by mistake, and he knocks over her flower pot. And now he's really looking stupid. Okay, then we have Lily still trying to talk with Kane about his decision about buying Brash and Sassy. And he's still trying, bless his heart, he's still trying to get up that money and them funds to try to do such a thing. Then Michael confirms with Devon that she wouldn't sign the documents, and Devon didn't think she would anyway. He just wished he knew what she was actually wanting or after this time. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Kane finances are not stacking up to be able to buy Brash and Sassy. And he tells Lily he's not giving up. He's not waddling away. He's going to find a way to be a big player on getting that company, Brash and Sassy, from up under Victoria. Or at least they're coming to agreement to have all three of them be CEOs of that company and owners. Then we have small talk still going on with Billy and Victoria. Billy is telling what he really feels for Victoria to Victoria, finally. Then we have Lauren and Jack are on the set filming with Hilary, and Lauren is taking charge. She's in charge. Lauren is steamrolling over Jack, not even giving him a chance to say boo. Okay? Ashley is basically telling Gloria she's going to find a way to fire her. So don't get too comfortable. So, y'all, that was The Young and the Restless that aired for Wednesday, the 8th. And I'm trying to catch up so I can go on and do today's episode. But stay with me, stay tuned, and I'll be back shortly for more of The Young and the Restless updates and recaps. Thank you. Bye bye.